Sterling, Virginia is a census-designated place in Loudoun County, Virginia. The population as of the 2010 United States Census was 27,822. It is located northwest of Herndon, east of Ashburn, and west of Great Falls, and includes part of Washington Dulles International Airport and the former AOL corporate headquarters. Sterling is also home to the National Weather Service Weather Forecast Office (LWX), as well as the Sterling Field Support Center, the National Weather Service Test, Research, and Evaluation Center for Weather Instruments. History: in the beginning of 1962, large farms made up the 1,762 acres of what today is called Sterling Park. Route 7, also known as Leesburg Pike, bordered what used to be Jesse Hughes's dairy farm. Hughes arrived in Loudoun County in the early 20th century and was a longtime head of the county's Democrats. Fred Franklin Tavener, who was somewhat related to Benjamin Franklin, operated vast stretches of Sterling Farm at the southwest fringes of Sterling Park. Tavener had purchased land from Albert Shaw, Jr., who had inherited it from his father Albert B. Shaw, editor and publisher of the American Review of Reviews. One of Shaw's spreads, totaling 1,640 acres, was called the Experimental Farm, because it was one of the first area farms to receive a U.S. grant for applying scientific methods, as Tavener called them. According to Tavener, white Russians, refugees from the Soviet Union, ran the farm while Shaw remained in New York City. Dulles International Airport and the extension of water and sewer lines to the airport began to change the landscape when construction started in 1959. Land prices rose from an average $125 an acre to $500 an acre. During the same year, Marvin T. Broyhill, Jr., and his father made plans to develop land in the airport area. In late winter 1961, they decided to buy and incorporated Sterling Park Development Corporation with his son Marvin T. Broyhill, president, and a cousin, Thomas J. Broyhill, as vice president. In an 8-month span, between April 28 and December 29 of that year, they purchased 1,762 acres and 14 parcels for $2,115,784. For the 226 acres Hughes Farm along Route 7, they paid $1,700 an acre. The Broyhills learned where the right-of-way for Route 28 was to be and hoped to develop Sterling Park on both sides of it, so they would not have to build a road through Sterling Park. However, Powell B. Harrison, who was instrumental in planning Route 28, insisted that road be kept generally free of development for easy access to the airport. Therefore, the Broyhills developed Sterling Park east of Route 28, and had to build their own through road, today's Sterling Boulevard. Marvin Broyhill, Jr.'s marketing thoughts were as follows: to put together a prefabricated home marketed by U.S. Steel and sell it for about $17,000 to $3,000 less than a comparable Fairfax County home. All homes to have air conditioning. Homeowners to have access without membership fees to golf and tennis courts and pools. Air conditioning was uncommon in homes of that price range at the time. Broyhill's ideas, except for free golf, are realities today. As selling points, Loudoun's taxes were less than half of Fairfax's taxes. Washington was a half-hour away, and the elder Broyhill envisioned commuter trains on the Washington and Old Dominion Railroad, which since 1951, had carried only freight. The railroad tracks were the southern boundary of the present Sterling Park. The original Sterling Park and Broyhill's addition had one thing in common. Residents had to be of the Caucasian Rashia Euro. No board member or speaker before the board raised an objection to the clause, a common one in the United States before the 1960s, when discriminatory housing was outlawed by the Fair Housing Act, which was enacted as a follow-up to the Civil Rights Act of 1964. No African American family moved into Sterling Park until August 1966, when the illegality of the clause became apparent. By then, the population of the park, as it had come to be known, had reached 5,000. The Broad Run Bridge and Toll House, Vestals Gap Road and Lanesville Historic District, and Arcola Elementary School are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Geography. According to the USGS, Sterling has an average elevation of 289 feet above sea level. The USGS has assigned Sterling the geographical coordinates 39.00622204, -77.4285992. Sterling is part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed and borders the Potomac River. Communities: Broad Run Farms is a residential area north of Virginia State Route 7 and 28 that was founded in 1952. It shares the zip code of 20,165 and calls itself, alternately, Sterling, or Potomac Falls. As an area much older than the surrounding recent growth, it has features unique to the region, including large lots, highly wooded old-growth trees, a wide variety of housing and a voluntary civic association. The Potomac forms its northern border, and Broad Run its southern. A U.S. Senate lawyer bought the Miskel Farm in 1950 and later subdivided it, founding Broad Run Farms. The community banded together in 1995 with state and county help to finance and install its own sewer service in part through an added property tax. The lien was paid off several years early, the tax has been retired. Cascades is a 2,500-acre planned community within the 20,165 zip code. The area is located in the northeasternmost part of Loudoun County, Virginia, between the Fairfax County line to the east, the Potomac River to the north, and Algonquian Parkway to the south. Located just north of Route 7, along the Algonquian Parkway, the community is made up of approximately 6,500 homes. Countryside is a housing development in Sterling bounded by the Potomac River to the north and by Route 7 to the south. This subdivision was conceived in the middle 1970s when a tract of 1,000 acres of open farmland was subdivided in preparation for a planned housing development. Construction on homes began in 1983 and continued through 1991. Today, Countryside covers about 3.75 square miles and consists of 2,539 homes, which includes 1,269 single-family homes, 1,168 townhomes, and 102 condominium units. Countryside contains a shopping center, Countryside Marketplace, which is anchored by Safeway and CVS. The shopping center is within the mixed-use Countryside Commercial and Professional Center, which contains various office buildings. Countryside is governed by the Countryside Proprietary, the community's homeowners association. Dulles is an unincorporated census-designated place located in Loudoun County, also part of the Washington metropolitan area with zip code 20,166. That zip code is assigned to Sterling, although the area covered by Dulles extends well outside the area of Sterling. The headquarters of Orbital Sciences Corporation, Odin Technologies, the former headquarters of MCI Incorporated, and AOL are located in Dulles. The usage of Dulles as a community name began in the mid-1980s when Loudoun County Economic Development Officer Pam Treadwell successfully lobbied the United States Postal Service to allow Sterling businesses and residents to use Dulles as an alternate address. Lowe's Island is an advertised portion of the legal subdivision of Cascades, but is not a legal subdivision itself. While newer residents use the city address Potomac Falls, Virginia, the post office will recognize either Potomac Falls, Virginia, or Sterling, Virginia as a correct mailing address. Almost 50% of the Lowe's Island geography is taken up with the club grounds and a golf course. Potomac Falls is an unincorporated census-designated place also located in Loudoun County. Potomac Falls lies along the Potomac River and is in the northernmost portion of Sterling with the zip code of 20,165, bordering Maryland. The name for Potomac Falls come from a competition to name the second new post office in Sterling. Alternately called Potomac Falls or Sterling, the village consists of the communities Glen Heather, Calvert's Glen, Cascades, Countryside, Lowe's Island, Rivercrest, Potomac Hunt, Great Falls Forest and Great Falls Chase. Development of Potomac Falls began in the late 1980s, and is essentially complete today. Potomac Falls borders Great Falls and Fairfax County to the southeast and has several shopping areas, schools, and community centers. Potomac Falls is also home to 3 18-hole golf courses including Trump National Golf Club and is home to the Potomac Falls High School Panthers. Sterling Park is a portion of Sterling with the zip code of 20,164. The land where Sterling Park was built was mainly made up of a few very large farms. When construction of Dulles International Airport began in 1959, land prices began to rise. In 1961, Marvin T. Broyhill, Sr., saw this as a great investment opportunity and decided to buy the 1,762 acres that now make up Sterling Park for the price of $2,115,783.86. Construction of homes priced $14,800 to $22,500 was completed by 1967. Sterling Park was one of the first planned communities built in eastern Loudoun County and was a popular place for government workers to settle with their families outside Washington, D.C. Sterling Park also contains a variety of businesses, churches, parks, a community center, a semi-private golf club featuring 2 pools and tennis courts, and schools. It is the home of the Parkview High School Patriots. Sugarland Run is a portion of Sterling with the zip code of 20,164. Built in the 1970s in the style of Sterling Park, its only shopping center consists of a 7-Eleven Food Mart and gas station, Pizza Hut restaurant, a Panda West, a Hi-Up Food Mart, and a laundromat. The housing around Sugarland Elementary School consists of townhomes, apartments and single-family homes, while the housing around Meadowland Elementary is predominantly single-family homes. It is one of the few communities in the area with contemporary-style houses. Sugarland Run also has a community center, which is situated near the pre-constructed Willow Lake, and over 26 miles of walking paths. There is also a community swimming pool and playground situated across from the lake. The swimming pool is 25 yards by 50 meters, with a large diving well and a separate baby pool. It is the home of the Dominion High School Titans. Economy: Sterling is home to many businesses and also serves as branch offices for many major companies. According to Manta, the following companies with annual revenues of $20 million or more have headquarters in Sterling, Virginia: New Star, Incorporated, Electronic Instrumentation and Technology Incorporated, and Paxfire Incorporated. Also, companies that have a branch office or headquarters in Sterling, with a total number of employees over 1,000 or more are as follows: Alcatel Networks Inc., George Trans Incorporated, HR Solutions LLC, MC Dean Incorporated, National Electronics Warranty Corporation, Northeast W Customer Service Companies Incorporated, and Orbital Science. At one time, Atlantic Coast Airlines had its headquarters in Sterling. Education: Sterling is home to 3 public high schools, serving grades 9 to 12, named Dominion High School, Parkview High School, and Potomac Falls High School. There are 3 public middle schools serving grades 6 to 8 named Riverbend Middle School, Seneca Ridge Middle School, and Sterling Middle School. Also, there are 12 public elementary schools, which serve grades PK5, named Algonquian Elementary School, Countryside Elementary School, Forest Grove Elementary School, Guilford Elementary School, Horizon Elementary School, Lowe's Island Elementary School, Meadowland Elementary School, Potomac Elementary School, Rolling Ridge Elementary School, Sterling Elementary School, Sugarland Elementary School, Sully Elementary School. Higher education equals Northern Virginia Community College has a Loudoun campus on Harry F. Byrd Highway. Nearby, in Ashburn, the George Washington University has its Virginia Science and Technology campus, established in 1991. Transportation: the main arterial roads serving Sterling are Route 28, West Church Road, South Sterling Boulevard, Leesburg Pike, Algonquian Parkway, Potomac View Road, Waxpool Road, and Cascades Parkway. Recreation: Claude Moore Park occupies 357 acres in Sterling and offers activities for people of all ages, with 3 main areas. Claude Moore Recreation Center contains an Olympic-size indoor pool, a children's pool with water features, an exercise area, gymnasium, and several event and meeting rooms. The Sportplex includes baseball and softball fields, and the nature area includes hiking trails and a park. The last known undeveloped section of the historic Vestals Gap Road runs across the park. Originally a trail first used by Native Americans, it was a major route for settlers between Alexandria and the Shenandoah Valley. George Washington used the road frequently in his travels between Mount Vernon and the western frontier. General Braddock's troops, including Daniel Boone, traveled Vestals Gap Road during the French and Indian War. Sterling offers the following parks and clubs as recreational areas: Algonquian Regional Park, Dulles Golf Center and Sports Park, Sterling Park Golf Swim and Tennis Club. Public Works and Services, fire protection services are provided by the Sterling Volunteer Fire Department. Technical rescue and emergency medical services are provided by the Sterling Volunteer Rescue Squad. Both are non-governmental 501(c) non-profit organizations that operate as a part of the Loudoun County Fire and Rescue Combined Fire and Rescue System, and share 3 stations, with one located in the Sterling Park community, one located in the Potomac Falls community, and one located in the Kinkara development at the northern end of Pacific Boulevard. Law enforcement services are provided by the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office and the Virginia State Police. Notable residents, famous people who were born in or who lived in Sterling include: United States President James Buchanan had his summer home near what is now Ruritan Circle. Patton Oswalt, stand-up comedian; Hilary Burton, American actress from the television programs One Tree Hill and White Collar; Austin Street John, American actor and martial artist from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers television series, who left acting to work as a paramedic and study martial arts; Billy King, current general manager for the Brooklyn Nets of the NBA, PG-99, a screamo band formed in 1999; Connor Shinosky, a former United States men's national under-20 soccer team football player, who operated commonly as midfielder and defender, who was a DC United player, currently plays for Louisville City FC. Climate: the climate in this area is characterized by hot, humid summers and generally mild to cool winters. According to the CAR paragraph PPEN climate classification system, Sterling has a humid subtropical climate, abbreviated CFA on climate maps. See also: Willard, Virginia, adjacent village displaced for construction of Dulles Airport; Algonquian Writers' Conference, at Algonquian Park and Sterling. References. External links: Dulles International Airport History.